Hey, what's going on? It's Eric, Techstuffs again, back again with another cool little video. Of course, you already kind of knew I had a preview on this. Sorry, they are kind of out of order, but this is the Cobra 148F GTL, the original video I had. I was wondering what happened to that radio. That was the parts radio. It's actually going through the process of getting repaired. I was actually going to use that for parts, but it's actually in pretty decent shape after I started going through some of the stuff inside it. But this one is also a nice brand new, almost like. It's not brand new. It's not new in the box. It's used in the box, but it is a serialized box for this exact radio, and this is in great shape. This is the Cobra 148F GTL. Came out in the mid-90s. Unsure of the actual date. If you do know that, please let me know. This was Cobra's last attempt, I think, at trying to wrangle in the CB radio market and giving the freebanders what they have always wanted, which was a built-in frequency counter. Yes, it has a frequency counter. That is the layout of this, is display all these slide switches now turned into push buttons to make room for this beautiful frequency counter. And it's actually a true frequency counter. Shows it here prominently, shows it here yellow prominently, and shows it again in that picture prominently. Let's go ahead and just turn this on just to go over. This is just an AM and sideband unit, 40 channel. And it has a beautiful display. You see this, I've changed out to the white LED on this meter. That was it's always a great very, very simple mod to do, and it just makes it look very clean and kind of updated the way it should be. So we got the white LED light behind the meter here. We have the nice frequency display as it shows, and we have our regular channels. So we go through our channels and we go through just like normal. So this has the DigiMax Lite 2.6 kit in it, and this radio had the MB8719. There even is there's an RCI version. That's the original MB8719 type chip, and there's an RCI 8719 chip. Now, if it has 8719-99, you want to rip it out regardless. A lot of people will rip out the RCI ones anyway, because they actually have a limiting resistor on pin 9. Yeah, everyone always kind of switches them out for the MB19. Well, the DigiMax kit goes one step further. It does have the 8719 is a great chip to modify, but again, you got to use these switches here, and you're following a roadmap, and it's not consistent channels. Sometimes you got to go up, hit this button, stand on one leg, and channel 13 to 35 has a bank of frequencies, but it's not in order of everything else. And yeah, you had to have a roadmap. A lot of people had a roadmap and didn't have a frequency counter. I'm very impressed by those brave people to know where you're at, because with the skips and the right around channel 23, that whole situation with the frequencies jump around, well, it does that in every band, A through F. Well, this gets rid of all of that, and this does consecutive numbers. So when we go across, you see this is actually easier to change the channels. But there's channel 3. Oh, look at that, 3A 26995. Yeah, that's the one in between that you get, and you get all the A channels, so that's great. So excuse me, I don't know, I got a little weather changes. It changed here, so apologize. Let me take a sip of water. There we go. All right, so we're on channel 40. So yeah, it's basically the way this radio was, 1 through 40, upper and lower sideband and AM. This is a great talking radio, and the way they made this was a Ranger made radio. This was actually Cobra actually had Ranger produce these. So being that as it may, the PC412 board, which was the 148 boards, worked in a couple of different radios, I think. But the usual board for the Cobra 148s were the PC412 boards. Well, with Ranger making their own, of course, they went to their Ranger board. So, of course, the new board number is EPT014811Z. So, yeah, it's the EPT series of their Ranger boards. And we end up taking out that 8719 chip and putting in a new module, and that is a Motorola MC145106. Yeah, a whole bunch of numbers and everything. But let's get back to what this thing does. So when you go about 40, look at that. It just continues. continues. And you notice this encoder is very easy to move around, so it's kind of nice. It reminds me of my icon with the nice slide dials here, and not the of the mechanical encoders. This is basically more of a switch now instead of an encoder, like a lot of the radios out there, like the Strikers and such. You saw a video on that. You can let's see here. You can add channel buttons to this. I bet you can do up and down channel buttons on these now that you change this encoder out. Maybe they do that down the road. But yeah, we're way into the ham band now, 28105 on unofficial channel 110. But yeah, we can go all the way up. Now you see here where it's still sitting at the 5 kc steps, and hams usually don't have channelized, minus the 40 meters and such. I mean, not 40, I'm sorry, 60 meters. There's not really anything that's channelized. So yeah, now we have the we're way above the tech class of voice for 10 meters. But yeah, we can rock and roll all the way up and get way up there. And now, this is pretty cool, and I'm in Charleston, South Carolina, so if you know Old Radio Night, which is on Channel 12, it's also 21 Dirty Diaper on YouTube, does a live stream of the channel from Charleston, South Carolina. So say I'm way up here for whatever reason, having a crazy QSO, and which I wouldn't, because that's not a frequency I'm going to use. The actual easiest way is, this is what this encoder changes, is this is also a push button switch. So if we go like that, I want to go talk to Dirty Diaper, boom, I'm on channel 12 that quickly. So that's awesome feature. I like that a lot. You get a home channel, you can program it to whatever channel you want it to be. So that's cool. So now we're right there. Now what about under channel 1? Yeah, well, we are covered there too. Look at, we're -1, which takes you right 26,955, and then we go down and down and down, and we're right there. Look at on the negative side of channel 12, 26,845. But yeah, that's basically, you're changing the band selector switch once. This is what this would show you. So yeah, we basically have very very nice setup here. Very clean and continuous. Now, some other features that I like on this, and we'll go over that real quick, is if we say move the squelch up, you'll see that this this has a different feature for our little number button right there. It's very hard to see, but it's a decimal point that comes and goes when you open the squelch. Why would you need that? So if you have the decimal point open and you double press, you can end up finding out where everyone's talking at, because if you don't have a waterfall, you can throw it on scan like a police scanner, and there you go. You can scan through all the channels that you got there, and it'll open the squelch. It'll stop on whatever channel you have it on. I love that feature. That's a great feature. Now I'm on, we'll just hit, we'll go back to scan again. Where it stops, nobody knows. All right, well, we're going to go back to channel 12, make it easy on myself, and I'm going to just go to channel 38, or 37 rather. Now, we have a option available, because if you're part of Worldwide Sidebanders, they operate 27370, which is in between 36 and 37. So the easiest thing you can do to get to it is, say, maybe open this slider, right? Well, you don't have to with this. This is actually still locked. It's only a receive slide. But easiest way to be able to do that is we'll go ahead and hit a button press. 1, 2, 3, 4, and there we are, 5 kc. Well, look at that, 2738, 2737, 36, and you see a little decimal point in front of it. That lets you know that that is a 37 decimal point 0. So 3703, that's 390 because it has a decimal point in front. This one here is 395, the original, no decimal point. That decimal point in the center, that's just basically our squelch right there. So we can turn that down if you like, not confusing. And there's that decimal point back again. Love it. You can also do split frequencies. You can set up, if you want to set up private communication somewhat, you can set up a transmit channel and a receive channel, and say someone on the other side can reverse that, and you can end up having half private conversations. Still broadcast on the air, so someone will hear the other side of it. But if you use some wacky frequencies, maybe all right. But excuse me. But yeah, that's pretty much it with this DigiMax. So I'm going to just go ahead and hit my Channel 12, and listen out for Dirty Diaper on Old Radio Night on Saturdays. So pick up your DigiMax Lite kit at Circuit Domain, and we'll see you on Old Radio Night. All right, 73s. The inside of the Cobra 148F GTL with the DigiMax 2.6, DigiMax Lite 2.6 by Circuit Domain. This is the module here. This basically interfaces with another module that converts the MB8719 PLL chip into that Motorola chip that we had installed there. Converts it in. We use ribbon cables to connect everything back to the module, and then from the module to the display. Very easy, very simple. Actually, only 3 wires minus that board to connect to your radio. Very nice. Wanted to keep everything nice and clean inside here, so I did a very thorough job in zip tying and cleaning up all the wiring and having it make a little more sense. Makes it easy for service. You can be able to get at all the different controls that we need to. We can see exactly what the layout is. It's a lot easier to see everything on the board. It keeps it nice and secure as well. So this is the inside of the Cobra 148F GTL with the DigiMax Lite 2.6 by Circuit Domain.